All right, so we're going back to number one, right? Number one is hitting out to it. Boom, boom, boom. 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 So that's all good and dandy if I have sticks. Remember, we talked about that this is meant to be me hitting hands, me just being able to find a gap in this timing. It's teaching me some things. But what happens when we don't have sticks? So let's go ahead and sit those down. All right, so if we think about this like we talked about, we never start in this position, right? It's not our goal to start like this, right? That's a movie scene, and it's opening me up for a lot of damage, right? I would much rather be able to have this kind of open protection here, right? Me having this out here, again, this kind of symbolizing either a shield or a weapon or something that keeps this person at distance, and this is my power side. Just almost like my normal fight stance, if I have, you know, my weaker side in the front, my power side in the back. So what does that look like? And how does that translate? Over is the key. So if I'm in here and this person let's say he's got his right side forward, right? And he's giving me kind of this power, or this jab in the face, I can block it, right? So I got that block, one. Then he comes with that cross, 1, 2, 3. Does that make sense? So 1, 2, 3, right? This can be my break, this can be my lock, this can be my strike. We had the 1, 2, 3, right? 1, 2, 3. So now without the stick, how does that same thing apply? 1, 2, this one goes back, 3, right? So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Do we understand how that's playing out? Right? So that pass, pass, hit. Pass, pass, hit. Just like with the sticks. Hit. Right? So it's that same concept. Boom. Me being able to do that there. Now eventually we apply footwork on top of that platform, and then it gives us a fuller picture of how to really apply this when I'm dealing with an opponent. So it goes 1, 2, 3, right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, right? 1, 2, 3. So let's see if we can practice that going back and forth on each side, empty hands now. What does this pullback actually mean? Right? So what does that mean exactly? Using the same hand to clear, he comes in, 1, 2. 1, 2. Now we see how we going through that motion. 1, 2. Right? Now, if I add a little bit of a step in there, obviously I can cover some ground and hit, right? But right now, let's just see what this means. 1, 2, 3, right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, right? 1, 2, 3, right? Now without the sticks, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So let's say, what's another application for that, right? This idea of this windshield wiper using one hand to deflect 2 strikes is important, because the more efficient I can be with how I occupy my hands, the better it's going to be for me to stay with the offense, right? So this idea of him coming in with this, I'm hitting 1, 2, right? And then hitting from here. So I use one hand to block 2 strikes before I actually use this one to strike. Does that make sense? So now what we're gonna see is what else can this be, right? I draw back and then I went forward. So he goes 1, 2, I'm skirting up behind the head. Now I can hit up and then go behind the head, or I can just hit low, that brings him down and then go behind the head, right? Now remember, this hand went back as it struck and went through. Instead of it going back to strike, what is gonna happen is I'm just gonna bring this over. And you see how that turns his head? Now, if he's in perfect condition and I haven't hit him in the face and hit him in his body or poked him in the eye or something like that, he could do some stuff, obviously. He's got that other hand, right? But what I'm saying is that this is gonna be lightning fast. I'm gonna occupy him with some of the things that I've done, right? So now I'm moving from here to here. Once I get here, you see how he's loaded in this arm right here? All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring this arm out and this arm this way and this forearm that way. And what that's gonna do is that's pull him down. 2, hit, up, right? Thumb to eye, whatever the case may be, then scooping, right? Pressing, if you wanna do compliance, I'm gonna use these fingers to press right in the gap of his neck. Feels uncomfortable for him. Then I roll, then I press through, right? 1, 2, up, here. Roll them, back, step, down, right? Hyperextend or break that spine. Then I have stuff that I can do from there. This is my first strike. This is the clear in strike. Then this hand goes up behind his neck, and then I go around, or to my next strike, my third strike. So my 1, 2, 3, which is essentially 1, 2, hooking the neck, 3, this scooping action. Then we add the extra piece at the end, right? But really the extra piece at the end is me resetting, but not just resetting. 1, 2, 3, this resetting. If you think about this hand scooping through and this one coming out, it's kind of like me going right for the next piece of the puzzle. So now we're learning how this applies to what it is that we are trying to accomplish, right? With sticks and without sticks, right? So that's what we're looking for. So